Okay, welcome. I'd like to welcome everyone, and I'd like to thank Shanti Davis Center for hosting, and for people who are here in person. It's so lovely to see you again, and it's so lovely to be in person. And for those of you in the Zoom room, thank you so much for joining. It's also lovely to see all of you from all over the country. So welcome. Very nice to be here, this very quick visit. And I'm delighted to do this practice for our dear brother, Venerable George Churinoff, in the North Carolina area, as you know. And so for his good health, for his swiftful recovery, treatment, whatever, success in treatment, everything like that, he can be very, very well-being. And for all the beings around the planet who need additional healing, can they receive it as well? And especially all those with mental imbalances, which there's a lot of people suffering around the planet with a lack of resources right now. Linda knows, having been in the healthcare industry, I think. And so for all these beings, some of whom we're related to and connected to, and can all those disenfranchisements or estrangements be healed through this practice as well? Should be really helpful. So thank you so much for joining. And for the planet overall, which could use some healing, and may Tara's energy break through as far as a massive compassionate healing energy to also clear obstacles from whatever our centers need. And we're from centers all over the world. So whatever the centers need, especially Shanti Davis Center, thank you so much for hosting, to Jennifer and Sheila and Gigi, all the setup, and Sean, who's making all the technology possible and everything else. Thank you so much. So lovely to see all of you, be here with all of you. So let's take a moment to set our motivation, and in particular thinking not only about Tara's energy, but how this is an investment in our own practices that can help us reach that state of Buddhahood, that fully awakened state. But it's really from there that we're unlimited in benefiting and helping all living beings. And that's really the purpose of why we're here right now, the purpose of our centers. With that in mind, take a moment to just set that intention for the puja we're going to do right now, and all the activities of the rest of your day. We have a lovely altar. Thank you so much, Jennifer and Gigi, for setting up. Tara here, and thinking of the three teachers above, Lama Yeshe, Lama Zopa Rinpoche, His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The blessings are showering down. Oh, we're always held by them. They're always in our hearts. From that space, we'll engage in this practice. So we do a combination, as most of you know, of English recitation, Tibetan as well, Tibetan chanting. The Tara praises in a mix of English and Tibetan. The puja, the way I tend to let it, the way I learned it, is it's got a kind of a nice clip because it's energetic. Tara is all about blasting out any obstacles and energy like that. So thank you so much for joining. Okay. Let's see. Should we test? Let's see. Testing. Testing. Can we get the sound any clearer? Hello, hello, hello. I take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Hello. Is that any clearer? How's it going? I don't know. Any improvement right now? How's that going? Going okay? Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Somebody just said. Okay. So let us know if it, just unmute, and if you're having trouble hearing me, just unmute and let us know. Thank you. we're going to start, we always start with taking refuge at the beginning 3 times, and then we'll do the refuge and generating bodhicitta the next verse. So we always want to, as we're reciting, really think about what we're saying as much as possible. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure dharma, go for refuge to the superior sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, go for refuge to the pure dharma, go for refuge to the superior sangha. I and all sentient beings as vast as space from now until we reach the essence of supreme enlightenment, go for refuge to the glorious pure lamas, go for refuge to the perfectly enlightened victorious ones, refuge to the pure dharma, go for refuge to the superior sangha. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. O Sangye Jodan Zogi Jonam Janchu Barduda Nikyap Suchi Dagi Jen Zogi Pedi Dagi Jola Pinchu Sangye Juparsho Sangye Jodan Zogi Jonam Janchu Barduda Nikyap Suchi Dagi Jen Ningi Zogi Nipesi Namgi Jola Pinchu Sangye Juparsho. In particular, in order to benefit all my mother sentient beings quickly and more quickly, I must achieve the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I'm going to undertake the yoga of Venerable Arya Tara. Let's send these 4 immeasurable prayers out to the whole universe, touching all beings, countless, countless beings, with immeasurable love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity from attack and hatred for enemies. So if you have not had highest yoga tantra initiation, instead of arising as Venerable Arya Tara, just imagine a little emerald green goddess, Tara, on your crown that's 6 inches in height. She's facing the same direction as you. So her left leg drawn in to show she has control over her sexual energy and desire. Her right leg is extended out to show she's extremely active in wanting to jump up and serve all living beings. She has her left hand near her heart holding the stem of, at her heart in the mudra of granting realizations, and her right hand down by her knee holding the stem of an upala flower that rises up by her right ear. So just imagine this in the nature of green, of emerald green light, over top your crown. In one instant, I arise as Venerable Arya Tara. So she arises there on your crown, unless you have highest yoga tantra initiation. Cleansing obstacles. Om Vajramrita Kundali Hana Hana Om. And then purifying everything into emptiness. Om Sabhava Shuddha Zara Dhamma Sabhava Shuddha. So this is the highest yoga tantra practice. Anyone can do it though and join. And so it's very significant with mostly with highest yoga tantra practices, but anything you can consider is any reflection on emptiness at all, that everything comes from that wisdom. So that really makes the practice of Tantra pure. So anytime you want to think of that, that's a reminder, that phrase that we just recited. So when I say everything is emptiness only, any reflection you can have, any idea about emptiness, things lack inherent nature. It's very helpful to have the mind settled in that, holding that as we do the practice. Everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from Ah transcendental wisdom, skull cup vast and big. In it, from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars, comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Vajramita Kundali Hana Hana Hum Te. Om Sabhava Shuddha Saradama Sabhava Shuddho. So if you're following the book, top of page 144, everything is emptiness only. While it is empty, from calm skull cup vessels appear. Inside these from home appear the offering substances whose nature is emptiness and who appear in their individual aspects. As the objects of enjoyment of the 6 senses, they give rise to special uncontaminated bliss. Om Argama, Om Vajama, Om Vajra Tipaya, Om Vajra Tipaya, Om Vajra Lukaya, Om Vajra Gindaya, Om Vajra Nivadaya, Om Vajra Sakya. Sorry, I just forgot. I'm living in the I'm living in this cabin. It's the quietest place I've ever lived in my life. So I'm like, ah! It's so funny. It's so cool how our centers have every kind of different dimension you would like to experience. In the space before me, on a lion throne, lotus and mundus, sits Cittamani Tara, who is inseparable from my root lama. Above her, Venerable Atisha and the other lineage lamas. She's surrounded by the 21 Taras and so forth, the Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, hearers, self-realizers, and oath-bound protectors. If you'd like to visualize her on this beautiful lion throne, slightly higher than the level of your forehead. Again, emerald green goddess, as if she is really there. Paying homage to her, and at any time, if people like at this juncture, they can get up and make prostrations. Page 145. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are the nature of all your holder. The very root of the 3 rare and sublime ones, I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of all your holder. The very root of the 3 rare and sublime ones, I prostrate to all gurus. Your exalted body is the embodiment of all Buddhas. You are in the nature of all your holder. The very root of the 3 rare and sublime ones, I prostrate to all gurus. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you the one gone to thusness I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to the one gone to thusness I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to the one gone to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path of sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified by realization, who are the devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue I prostrate. Those who are liberated who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue I prostrate. Those who are liberated who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realization, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you the sublime community intending virtue I prostrate. Making offering. Yawagatso Josele Drupe, Zinkan Gatso, Julian Gatso, Yanting Gato Gawa Korchela, Depa Gato Bulo Jeshusa, Om Sawadata Gata Sapare, Argam Pradita Soha, Yawa Gato Josele Drupe, Jingyang Gato, Zapsil Gato Top, Yanting Gato Gawa Korchela, Depa Gato Bulo Jeshusa, Om Sawadata Gata Sapare, Padyam Pradita Soha, Yawa Gato Jodele Drupe, Zingang Gato Meto Gato Eto, Gyanteng Gato Yawa Korchel, Tepa Gato Bulo Zesuso, Om Zawadada Gada Sapariwa, Tepe Pradita Soha, Yawa Gato Josele Drupe, Dingang Gato Dupo Gato To, Yondeng Gato Yawa Korchela, Pepa Gato Bulo Zesuso, Zawata Gata Sapare, Debe Pradita Soha, Yawa Gato Josele Drupe, Dingang Gato Nanta Gato To, Yonten Gato Gawa Korchela, Depa Gato Bulo Jeshuso, Nom Zawada Gada Zapare Vare, Aloke Pradita Huso, Gato Chosele Drupe, Zingyang Gato Drita Gato To, Yonten Gato Gawa Korchela, Depa Gato Bulo Jeshuso, Om Zawada Gata Sapare Yende Pradita Huso, Yawa Gato Chosele Drupe, Yingam Gato Zeze Gato To, Yende Gato Yawa Tela, Deba Gato Bulo Jeshuso, Om Zawada Gada Zapadeva, Nivede Pradita Huso, Yawa Gato Chosele Drupe, Zingam Gato Romo Gato To, Yunting Gato Gawa Korchela, Pepa Gato Bulo Jeshuso, Om Sawada Gada Zapare Vare, Om Sawada Gata Sapare Vare Oma. 7 limbs, top of page 147. I prostrate all the victorious ones and their children. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative action accumulated since beginning this time. I rejoice in the meritable, holy, and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. This is our first mandala offering of the 4. So visualizing, we've just made all these amazing offerings and visualizing the most incredible world systems we can imagine. Om Vajrageya Om Shi Chagre Koryugi Koreus Riga Bori Ram Chalu Babulo Zamule Gopalan Chandramini Nuralu Bai Nayam Nayam Zin Yodan Dan Chodro Dramini Dan Dramini Gida Shodu Lambo Rinpoche Rinpoche, Nutu Rinpoche, Nanto Tomo Rinpoche, Shalomampo Rinpoche, Loner Tukulo Rinpoche, Nujantu Nobu Rinpoche, Janshadu Turchin Puibumba, Nagishadu Nima, Nutu Dawa, Dajen Luna Yisum Loncho Dusum Getoche, Rinchen Mandala, Zambo Puzanjo Bezo Chepa, Loi la ne la mai dam gojo sulabu tuje wangi sene da la jingi la gojo. Short mandala offering. Daji boogie juji meto drum re ram ding 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 body nange ding do me de yogi jogu nam daji na ju. Can we make this heartfelt request just one little bit up? Tiny bit up on the page? Yeah, there we go. So imagine as if you have your head, you're praying to Torah's feet, head at your feet. And sorry, I just wanted to pull, now you can go up, sorry. But I'm making this heartfelt request now in the verses below. In a land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chinreze. Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. Ye Ram Guru Radha Mandala Tam Nirataya. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye Chodanzo Kichanam La Janchu Bardu Dagi Kapsuchi. Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Jula Penchu Sangye Jupar. Sangye Chodan Sogi Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dagi Kapsuchi. Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi Jula Penchu Sangye Jupar. So just think, I request Venerable Tara and the Assembly of Deities who are embodiments of all the objects of refuge to grant their blessings, especially for Venerable George, to be free from the fear of untimely death, to achieve the state of immortality of a long life knowledge holder, and for all the beings around the planet to be healed instantly and all obstacles to be removed for an end to the war in Ukraine and for all success at all of our centers. Prayer for the desired goal, and imagine that Tara accepts our request. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Please bless me to devote myself in thought and action to the virtuous teacher, the very source of all goodness. By training in the path that pleases all the conquerors, may I reach unsurpassed enlightenment. Page 151, first round. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down, their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Arising from the, so these are some of the offerings we're going to do in English. Arising from the power of unfathomable merit, oceans of drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, music, which have unfathomable qualities. I offer to the unfathomable multitude of victorious Mother Liberators, please grant the attainment of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom. Om Maya Tare Sapare Var Argam Adyam Dipe Dipe Aloke Yende Niride Chakra Om Arya Tara Sapare Varyoma. The seven limbs. To Arya Tara's holy feet, I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meritable, holy, and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. We don't have this in English. Okay, we will recite in, oh yes, we do have it on the screen in English. So unfortunately in the book, you don't have it in English. Anyway, you can listen. Let's just do this one in English. Let us offer a Buddha field. Om Vajra ground, Ahum, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence, Ahum. Outside is encircled by a wall of iron mountains. You can just visualize the mandala as we build it up. At the center is Meru, king of mountains. The eastern continent, Videhat, Paul body land. The southern Jambudipa, rose apple land. The western Gondania, cattle gift land. The northern Kuru. The eastern minor continents, Deha and Videha. The southern Chamara and Apachamara. Chauri land and western Chauri land. The western Sata, Unutara Mantran. Lands of the deceitful and the skilled in mantra. And the northern Kuru and Kaurava. In the east, the precious elephant. In the south, the precious housekeeper. In the west, the precious horse. In the north, the precious queen. In the southeast, the precious general. In the southwest, the precious wheel. In the northwest, the precious jewel. In the northeast, the great treasure of Oz. In the east, the sun. In the west, the moon. My own and others' body, speech, and mind, wealth and virtues of the three times. This pure, precious mandala and masses the Mantabhadra offerings I mentally take and offer to my Guru Yidam and the three precious ones. Please accept them through compassion and bestow your inspiration. Just visualizing the most incredible mandala, the most incredible world system you can. On every atom of the mandala are infinite more mandalas. The short mandala offering. This ground anointed with perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and moon. I imagine this is a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. So again, as if you have your head at Tara's feet, Tara's precious feet, we make this request. Savior of the snowland teachings and transmigratory beings, who extensively clarifies the path that unifies emptiness and compassion. To the lotus in the hand, Lord Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be fulfilled. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye chodan soki chonala janchu bardu dadi kyatsuchi sagi jen sogi pedi dagi chola penchu sangye druparsho sangye chodan soki chonala janchu bardu dadi kyatsuchi sagi jen sogi pedi dagi chola penchu sangye druparsho. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge granting gesture that liberates from all fears. So this is our first recitation of the praises. So there are 21 different Taras, Tara and her entourage. There's a verse for each of the different Taras. They each help do a specific thing. And we'll recite the praises 2 times through. And then we do 3 times through, and then we do 7 times through. Om, I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage, Tara, swift, heroic, eyes like lightning, instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of 3 roots, your born lotus. Homage, she whose face can bind the 100 autumn moons are fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent, with a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, water-born and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation hers. Homage crown of Tathagata, actual triumph without limit, thrown by conquerors children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds. Being homage worshipped by the All Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Mahu, honored by the host of spirit, corpse raisers Gandharvas Yakshas, homage with her trait and paid sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fire blaze, homage to her very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, the heart her fingers, adorn her with 3 jewel mudra, light rain masses all excite, all directions wheels adorn her, homage she so joyous raid, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful lapping with tutar, subjugating Mara's deva, homage she able to sum, all of guardians of assembly, shaking frowning with her homes, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her head, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid-wreath ablaze, eon ending fire abiding, righteous and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with who beats it, scaling with a letter Honda, 7 levels she does come. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. She with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with tongue and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to her with seedlet, of the shape of syllable home, by foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, Mela Manda Yarandin, homage holding in her hand, hair mark moon of Deva Lake, with toy spoken Tara and Pay, totally dispelling poison from gods and their kings. Hanakin are us to honor, armored in all joyful splendor. She dispels bad dreams and conflict. Homage she who shines bright with radiance of sun and foam. With Twaisara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys hosts of spirits, Yaksha, raise corpses supreme Ture, praises with the root mantras and frustrations, that's our 21. Oh, my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage to our swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, run from all base stamens of Lord of 3 worlds, tearborn lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons are fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent, as a 1,000-star collection, golden blue and lotus, waterborn and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation hers. Homage crown of Tathagata, actual triumph without limb, relied on by conquerors children, having free perfection. Homage to Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, to draw forth all beings. Homage worshiped by the All Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Mar, honored by the host of spirits, corpse raisers Gandharvas Yaksha, her trait and pay sounds, destroying foes' magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fire blaze, homage to her very dreadful, destroyer of Mars champion, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at the heart of fingers, her with 3 jewel mudra, light rain masses all excited, all directions wheels adorned, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, purple lapping with tutare, subjugating Mara's deva, homage she able to summon all her guardians of assembly, shaking crowning with her host, saving from every misfortune. Crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid-wreath ablaze like eon ending fire abiding, righteous left and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage you strike the ground with, her plumb and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter home, 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, frees with tongue and knowledge mantra,
arrangement of the 10 letters, homage to a with seed letter, the shape of syllable, hung by foot stamping, shakes the 3 worlds, Meramanda, Yar, and Dindya, homage holding in her hand, hair mark, Muna, Deva, Lake, with twice spoken Tara and Te, totally dispelling poise, homage she whom gods and their kings, and the Kinnaras do honor. Complex homage with 2 eyes bright, with radiance of sun and full moon, with Trisara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys hosts of spirits, Yaksha, and raise corpses supreme Ture. Praises with the root mantras and prostrations, thus are 21. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle. All migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions and to clear away every obstacle that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. I request Venerable Arya Tara and the assembly of deities, her embodiments of all the objects of refuge, to grant their blessings for Venerable George to be free from the fear of untimely death and to achieve the state of immortality of a long life knowledge holder, and think that Tara happily accepts our request. Second round. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Devas and Titans bow down their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Making its offerings to Tara. And you can imagine as if you're strewing flowers near to her, to the Buddha's abiding in the field of merit. This offering of drinking water, which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with a mind understanding the offering to be the inseparability of appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with a holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness in the nature of great bliss. So we're going to recite the other offerings together. To the Buddhas abiding in the field of merit, this offering of bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music, which appears but doesn't have nature, is offered with a mind understanding the offering to be the inseparability of appearance and emptiness. Please accept it with a holy mind that experiences the offering as appearance and emptiness in the nature of great bliss. Maria Tare Sapare Vare Paryan Dupe Dupe Aloke Gende Nirebe Chapta Pratita. Om Arya Tara Sapare Vare Om Seven limbs. To Arya Tara's holy feet, I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginning this time, and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings.
I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. Jingamu Agio, Vajra Bhumiyao, Wanjanjurgi Saji, Om Vajra Rekeo, Chi Chandri Goryugi Gorwe Usuri Gapuri Raj, Lo Zambulin, Mubalanjo, Jandramin, Ludan Lupa, Nayam De, Nudan Dama Chodro, Dramin, and Dramin, Yigida, Shodolampo Rinpoche, Lurkinda Rinpoche, Lutuda Rinpoche, Jankutsumo Rinpoche, Shalomampo Rinpoche, Lonu Tukolo Rinpoche, Nujan Dunobo Rinpoche, Danshardu Church and Bumpa, Nagi Shardu Nima, Nutu Dawa, Dajen Luna Yison Lonchu Dosung Getsoche, Rinchen Mandala, Zambo Sancho Peso Chepa, Ilang Leng Lama Yidam Gonsho Sun Lambo, Tuje Wangi Jene Dala Jingila. Taji Pugi Jute Medo Drum Riram Ningzi Ningdeng Padi Sange Zindu Migde Uwagi Chokun Nam Dajin Lancho Parjo. Making this heartfelt request, may my Venerable Lama's life be firm, his white divine action spread in the 10 directions. May the torch of the teachings of Losang always remain, dispelling the darkness of all beings in the 3 realms. Please visualize the most extraordinary, precious world systems you can imagine. We make this offering. Mandala. Idam Bururadnamendala Gamiratayami. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Sangye Chodan Soki Chonama, Chanchu Baju Dadi Kapsuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi, Drola Pencher Sangye Drupar, Sangye Chodan Soki Chonama, Chubardu Dagi Kapsuchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi, Drola Pencher Sangye Drupar. Let me and all those who need protection come under the supreme giving gesture of your right hand, as well as the refuge-granting gesture that liberates from all fears. So we're going to recite the praises 3 times through, and it's so nice to have an day along here. You chanting is so great to do it with you. Should we do one in Tibetan, maybe? Maybe the third one we'll do in Tibetan. Anybody feel free to join, but we'll do the first 2 in English. All my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage to swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of Lord of 3 worlds, tearborn lotus. Homage you whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000 star collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, waterborn and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sweet. Homage crown of Tathagata, actions triumph without limb, relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, both to draw forth all beings. Washer by the all Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Marut, honored by the host of spirits, Corptoiser Spandarvas Yaksh, homage with her trait and paid sounds, history, close magic diagrams, pressing left out right and blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to her very dread destroyer of Mars champion. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Echo heart her fingers, adorn her with regal mudra. Light rain masses all excite, all directions wheels adorn. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful lapping with guitar. Subjugating Mars Devas, homage she able to summon all her guardians assemble,
shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. From a crescent, mono ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair, not sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid wreath ablaze like aeon ending fire abide. Right strength, left and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. But she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter Hola. 7 levels she does homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful. She who skilled is peace nirvana. She endowed with soul and soul, destroyer of homage. She with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, freeze with only knowledge mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters, homage jewelry we see let of the shape of syllable home. By foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds. May Ramanda yarn bind. Homage in her hand, hair mark moon of Deva lake form, with twice spoken Tara and pay, totally dispelling poise. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinners do on. Armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage youth, 2 eyes bright, radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Tara and Tutare, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys of the spirits Yaksha, raise corpses supreme tour. These praises and the root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. My prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Taurus with heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening statements of the Lord of 3 worlds, airborne load. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. This waterborne and hand adorning, giving effort on austerities, patience, meditation, hers. Homage crown of Tathagata's, actions triumph without limit, relight on by conquerors child, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutar, home desire, direction, and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. By the all Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Marut, honored by the host of spirits, corpse raisers, Gandharvas, Yav. Homage with her trait and paid sounds, destroying closed magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to her very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champ. She with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at her heart, her fingers, her with ritual mudra. Light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians ascend, shaking, frowning with her home sign. So misfortune, homage crown adore with crescent, monal ornaments will shine. Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid wreath ablaze like aeon ending fire abiding, righteous left and joy surrounds, troops of enemies destroying. She who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter home. 7 levels she does conquer. Homage, happy, virtuous, peace. She whose field of peace nirvana. She endowed with Om and Soha. Great evil. Homage, she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies of thunder. Praise with tongue and knowledge mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to her with seed let. Of the shape of syllable home, by foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, May Ramanda Yarn Vindhya. The hair mark Muna Deva lake form, with quick spoken Tara and pay, totally dispelling forth. Homage you whom gods and their kings, and the Kinners do honor. There she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage you is 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full, with twice Ara and Tutare. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys hosts of spirits Yaksha, raise corpses supreme tour. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Om Jetsuma Pamadroma Chai Selo Chasa Drama Nama Pamo Jenny Gedo Drama Dizin Zukazaka Kesa Jewelani Jo Chasa Gawaganda Kuntu Gawe Gawna Sapar Delmar Kambachotono Panam Ki Ratu Jewa Bar Chasa Sona Jenny Keki Pema Jenny Nambargan Jimpa Soto Potoshi Wazopa Santa Jayuni Kasin Desh Debetu Tor Tai Nambagawachu Malo Papa Chumpato Kawasaka Jutan, Ma, Jaza Judora Hanging, De, Jodana Gangata, Ma, Jenta Tupakasim, Panupakapanu, Ma, Jaza Daja Melatang, Pa, Lurana Takwachu, Ma, Joparella Jasanam, Dan, no gentle Vito Nato, Trusting Jajanana Peki, Power to Poro Dojo, Ma, Yakan Yakazaki Nante, Karma, Chasa to worship a temple, Juki Pawana Bajuma, Juki. The tense, Joe, Dr. Malasoma, Chasa Contra Sosa Chage, Soma to Kurn up again, Mala Choki Kola again, Ragi Uki Sona Truma, Chasa Radu Kawaji, Ugan Uki Pama, Zepa Raze Tukarai, Duden Jin Wonder Zema, Chasa Sajiko Hitson. Sajay Kubanu Mani, Ma, Jana Yui Hungi, Papa Kachana Padro, Chasa Dawe Dabe Ugan, Geba Kosha Dundum Barma, Rapa Ula. Mele, tapashin to over tema, Tasa Gabita Meme, Corway Tranlayona name, Yakan Yukun Corne Corge, Trai Panina Bajon, Chasa Sajina Lechagi, Togi Nogi Zogi Dum, Chona Jente Hongi, Rapa Jopa Namniga, Tasa Demega Majim, Najim Sajin Loyani, So on Pengan and Dempe, Depa Japa Japani. Chasa Kono Goraga, Way, Jolly Luni number again, Yiga Chipping and Nikupe, Riva Hola Germany, Chasa Durajun in Dape, Hogi number somebody, Riva Mandara David, Janet Sonia Noani, Kakalai Sainam, Rita Tajananam, Tara Nija Biggie, Gay, Juna Mali Panisa. Chasa Lai Sonam Gelpo, Lada Mio T10, Kona Goja Gawaji, Sona Neona Pasel. Chasa Nima Dawage, Jenny Polo Rabsel, Hara Nija Tutara, Shetu Draparam de Selma, Chasa Denny Sinam Kupe, Siwe Tuding in the Den, Doda Rella Jekto, Jumpy Turajani, Towing on the such a Tuchashi. It's just so nice to do it with somebody that, I'm usually doing it by myself, so it's so nice. Very strong request. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Venerable Arya, great treasure of compassion, grant your blessings to increase all favorable conditions, and to clear away every obstacle, that all migratory beings may swiftly enter the city of eternal joy. Page 173, third round. Davids and Titans bow down, lift their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Davids and Titans bow down, lift their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Davids and Titans bow down, lift their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. And Titans bow down, crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Davids and Titans bow down, crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Davids and Titans bow down, the crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Davids and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. Prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Imagine strewing flowers as offerings to Arya Tara. From the nature, the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya. The illusory transformed goddess, the female offering drinking water, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. So we can do this the long way. From the nature, the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering bathing water,
I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainment. Om Maya Tare Sapare Hariam Pradita Om Soha. From the nature, the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering flowers, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Maya Tare Sapare Va Virupe Pratita Hum Soha. From the nature, the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering incense. I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainment. So you just pick up the line below and just replace into the exact offering. Om Maya Tare Sapare Vart Virupe Pratita Hum Soha. So the next one is light. From the nature, the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering light, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Maya Tare Sapare Va Aloke Pratita Hum Soha. The next is perfume. From the nature of the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering perfume, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Maya Tare Sapare Va Kende Pratita Hum Soha. The next is food. From the nature of the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering food, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainment. Om Maya Tare Sapare Va Nivede Pratita Hum Soha. And the last is music. From the nature of the existence, sphere, pure transcendental wisdom, Dharmakaya, the illusory transformed goddess, the female offering music, I offer in order to please the destroyer qualified Tara's multitude of deities. Please accept this and bestow upon me the common and uncommon attainments. Om Maya Tare Sapare Va Shapa. Om Maya Tare Sapare Vari Oma. 7 limbs. To Arya Tara's holy feet, I prostrate. I present clouds of every type of offering, actual and imagined. I declare all my negative actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the merit of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until the end of cyclic existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for living beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of all others to the great enlightenment. This is our 4th mandala of the 4 mandalas. She Chagri Goryugi Korwelusu Rika Bori Rab Shalu Babo Lo Zambuli No Balajo Jandramin Gudando Padnaya Denaya De Jodanda Jojo Dramini Dandramini Gida Shadu Lambo Rimboche Logenda Rimboche Nududa Rimboche Jando Zomo Rimboche Shalomambo Rimboche Londo Tukolo Rimboche Nujando Nobo Rimboche Janshadu Chenpo Chuko Bumpa
Nageshwar Duni Manudu Dawa Dajenuna Yisun Judu Sungezoje Vincent Mandala Zambo Buzanje Bezoje Loyelande Lama Yedam Gonjo Sumlabu Tuje Wangi Jene Dala Jingi La Uzo Ajipaki Joji Medo Ramira Nidegapadi Ke Jindu Yogananda Shiva Chamarjo. Making this heartfelt request, please bless myself and others to accomplish all our purposes in accordance with the Dharma just as we wish, and to pacify immediately the group of hindrances, such as sicknesses, harm by spirits, and other obstacles. Visualizing the most incredible mandalas we offer. Inamurana mandala kamiratayami. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Oh, Sangye Chodan Soki Chonamla, Chanchu Bardu Dagi Kyab Suchi, Dagi Jin Stik, Cheti Dagi, Drola Pencher, Sangye Drupar. Sangye Chodan Suki Chonamla, Janchu Bardu Dagi Kyab Suchi, Dagi Jin Sogi Pedi Dagi, Drola Pencher, Sangye Drupar. From her exalted body, a stream of nectar flows and enters the crown of the beneficiary and myself, completely filling our bodies and granting all blessings. So we are going to recite these 7 times. So sometimes what we've done is somebody can lead in English, and I'm going to do on my own quickly in Tibetan, 7 times in Tibetan, or we can join and do some in Tibetan and some in English together, however people would like to do. It'd be nice to do some in English, and maybe we start with a couple in English and then do a few in Tibetan. Does that sound okay? Om, I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, from opening stamens of the Lord of 3 worlds to your bone load. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons of fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent, has 1,000 star collection. Homage golden blue one lotus, water born and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerity, patience meditation her speech. Krama Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection, homage filling with tutar, hung desire, direction, and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings, shipped by the all Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Marut, honored by the host of spirits, corpse raisers, Gandharvas Yaksh, homage with her paid sounds, destroying false magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in her raging fire blaze, homage to her very dreadful, destroy all Morris champ, be with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at the heart her fingers, adorn her with 3 Jomuj, light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorned, homage she's so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with tutar, subjugating Mars Deva, homage she able to summon, all her guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Monal ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid-wreath ablaze like eon ending fire abiding. Righteous left and joy surrounds you. Troops of enemies destroying. Homage you strike the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it. Scaling with the letter home. 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful. She whose field is peace nirvana. She endowed with dome and soul. Destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded. Tearing foes bodies asunder. Priest with tongue and knowledge mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters. Frequency letter of the shape of syllable home. By foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds. May Ramanda yarn bin. Homage holding in her hand. Hair mark Muna Deva leg form. With choice spoken Tara and totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings to honor. Armored in all joyful splendor. She dispels red dreams and conflict. Homage she has 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and foam. With Twaisara and Tutare. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, power by the set of 3 natures, destroys out the spirits Yaksha, raise corpses supreme Tore, praises with the root mantras, and frustrations thus are 21. My prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator, homage Tara swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, from opening stamens of Lord of 3 with turbo lotus, homage you whose face combines 100 autumn moons of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, waterborn and hand adorned, giving effort come austerities, patience meditation her sphere. Actions triumph without limit, relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Utare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worship by the all Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Mar, honored by the host of spirits, corpses, Gandharvas, Yakshas, homage with her trait and pates, destroying close magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in her raging fire blaze, homage to her very dreadful, destroyer of Mars champion, she with frowning lotus vis, slayer of all enemies, homage at the heart her fingers, adored her with regional mood, light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorned, homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting gardens of light, mirthful laughing with Tutar, subjugating Mars Devas, homage she able to sum all earth guardians assembly, shaking frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune, homage Pandorus crescent, modal ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Eon ending fire abiding, righteous left and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying, homage you strike the ground with her palm and with her foot beats, scaling with the letter Hona, 7 levels she does conquer, homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Priest with tongue and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage during the seed letter of the shape of syllable, 5-foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds, May Ramanda Yar and Bindya, homage holding in her hand, hair mark Muna Deva leg form, with twice spoken Tara and Kate, totally dispelling voice, homage she whom gods and their kings, and the kinneras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels by dreams and conflicts, homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Ara and Tutar, she dispels severe contagion, homage full of liberating, power that is set of 3 natures, with sorts of spirits Yakshas, and raise corpses supreme Tore. These praises with the root mantras and frustrations thus are 21. Om Jet Soma, Pamajamalacha Selo, Takajamandamapelmo, Jenny Garuda Drama, Jenny Sukatazelvi, Gesa Jawelani Juma, Tasakadagawatontu, Kamikana Sapakam, Kampachamanampi, Ratu Jawa Barma, Tasakadunake, Kami Jenny number Gamma, Shipasatukutushi, was Supasanta Juni. Tutor, Taina Bakawachuma, Malopawachumatope, Kawasakasha to 10, Chaka to Tarahinge, Jodano Kakadama, Jeda de Basakinente, Lupano, Chasakashamala Sampa, Little Natakwachuma, Jopa Religious and Amda, Nojan Jogi Donato, Transportation Data Peki, Power to Koro to Shoma, Yakan Yakazakinente, Mapa Japasha to Par, Yasujuba Temple, Tuki Pawa Napajoma, Sense, Jawa Japamalo Soma, Joseph Controls of Jage, Sobajuka Nabagan, Maluchuki Kulagente, Radio Pizama Joma, Tazarata Bewedi, Ukan Nokisha Papel, temporal Tara ye to the Genamani saying, Kasi the Numinate Sona, Tati Kupanumani, Ma, Chana Yuegi, Papa Tachanam Petroma, Chasa Dava Dava Ugain, Kappa Tacha Bar, Rapat Achapumelek, Compassion to Obrazema, Chasa Kapitame, or Poet and Leona name, Yakan Copernicor, Chai Ponina Pajoma, Chasa Sachadana Chagi, Secret Chana Yutake Hongi, Rapa Dapanam again, Chasa de Megamaji, Nayonani, So on the end of the Tipa Japani, Chasa Ponagorga, way, Ni Japinani Pute, Riba Hola Jomani, Chasa Joey Jomita, Hogan number somebody, Riva Mandarada Vijay, Jenna Soyunawani, Chasa Lai Sainam, Rita Tachagana Nama, Tarni Japiki, Gay Tuna Mali Palisa, Sota Lai Sanam Gelpa, Lada Michi Ten, Kuna Gachagawaji, Sona Mirna Paselma, Chasa Nima Goage, Tani Polo Raxelma, Hara Nijutarai. Into Drobrine Selma, Jazza Denny Sinum Face, he were shooting in the dam, to the religious song, Chope to Rajani, Matsawi Naki Dopedi, Jatawani, Shutsa, Shig, Omjet Toma, Pamachamala, Selo, Jazza Jamanama Pelmo, Jenny Gildon Drama, Jizuka Zalgi, Gazajavalani Joe. Jessica Wadangan Kuntu, Gawain and Sabak Selma, Kovachatsananaki, Ratu Chevar. Jada Sajana Keki, Pamajani Namagan, Shepazuki, was a person in the uni, Justin Metu, Tortain, Namagawachu, Mama, Bawajamajo, Vega was second to ten, to Rahi, Gay, Jordan Nanagaga, Judges of the second and Lupa Panamano, Chazakasha Melatang, Luran to Pontajo, Jopa religious and Nam, Judges of Eternate. Justin Dayton Peki, Power to Cordojo, you can make a second and Napachin Pasha to Parma, Chasa Georgia Tempo, Tuki Power number John, Tukasana Denate, Judge Mother Song, Chaka Jaka Tongue, someone who can number again, Malo Joki, Ragi Oki so much, Chasa Rada Gawashi, you can work a Jua Palma, Separata to Ragi, Judge Wednesday, Chasa Sajika Waiton, Tajiko Panomani, Chona Yuagi Hungi, Papa Dacha number John. Jasa Damba Dabe Ugan, Gapa Dacha to Parma, Rapa Ugamabal, Tapashan to Rabizema, Chasa Kapitame, Tar, Poet and Wayona name, Yakan Chai Ponina Pajoma, Chasa Sajana Chagi, Togi Nogi Dogi Doma, Tono Jagi Hungi, Rapa Dabananiga, Chasa Demage Mashima, Jitoyuni, Maso, and the Dampe, Devaja Japani. Chasa Bonagorga, way, joy in the Nina Bargain, my eager chip at Danica, Riba Hola Germany, Chasa Dan, Hungry number somebody, River Mandara DJ, did it on no Yoni, Chasa Lai Sainam, Rita Satanana, Tarani Jubigi, to the Mali Pani Selma, Chasa Lai Sanam Gelpo, Lada Michi Tam. Kunu Gojuga Waji, Son of Niona Pazelma, Chasa Nima Dangake, Chani Bola Waracha. Harani to Rai, and to drop from the sound. Does it any send and could pay? So when you're digging and then, do the rush of Sokon, Tabi to Rajani. So when no get up a deed, down to the one in a short size, jig on jets on Pamajamala charge, sell. Just a German Mapelmo, Jenny get it on a drama, Jessica Saki, Cassajawan and Joma, Jessica Wakadan to Selma, Compacha number Namki, Rather Jehu Barma, Chances of General Keki, Pamajani number again, Egypt. Sopa Santa Juni, Ma, Sashin Dajin like Mitsu, Tai number Gawachu, Malo Chopa Tope, Kawasaka to 10, Ma, Chasa Dudon Rahi, Gay, Dodon Kakam, Did the second and the Pono, Chasakasha Melatang, Palo, no Chaponcha Chuma, Chopa religious and Dino, Chesa Dudon. Presentation and Peki, Power to Cordojon, Yakan second and then about Junction to Parma, tells the Jewish Bajambo, the Gipo and Pajo, Chukis and the Jonah Dance, Ajo, Josamala Soma, Joseph Pajabana Chaki, Superfit and Magagampa, Gampe, Rocky Okisonga Troma, Chosa Rodagawaji, Pay, you can work with your film, Paper Rotu to the Rai, Judin and one is Jasa Sajiko Metona, Tajiko Panamani, Marchani, Yawagi, Hungi, Pampada, Pharma, Rapachadabamele, Tapashindur, Exama, Chasa Kopitame, Tar, Parichangoliana, Nema, Yakan Corner Corge, Chai, Ponina Pajo, Chasa Sajinoli Chagi, Togi Nogi Zugi Doma, Trinity, Hongi, Rapatabanameka, Nima, so so dengan the dampe, Deva Japani, Ma, Chasa Corner Kawaka, Way, Chai, Luni Number Gamma, Yika Japananica, River Hola Dramani. Just tell so you don't pay on the number somebody, river mother weather BJ, and so you know what I just as money sign on pay with the touch on ma turn it your biggie, gay, and a money panisa. Chaga lies on gel for la me cheat and ma gonna bujagawagi. Yonami on a pasal ma chaga nimandawage, page and a follower of Selma, Harani to the Rai, said the Jabber and the South. Chaga Henderson and Coupe, you were jetting in and then ma do the brother into some. Jumping to Rajani, Matsawi Nodin, the Don Chapter 1 in Shig. And let's do the last two in English. Oh, my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Charles Victoro, where cosmic lightning instantaneous, from opening statements of Lord of Three Worlds, your born lotus. Simple tutor forth all beings, homage worship by the all Lord, chakra Agni Brahma root, honored by the host of spirits, corpse transition and darkness the option, homage with her trait and paid sounds, destroying post magic diagrams, surfy pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fire blaze, homage vert, destroyer of Mars champion, she was crowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies, homage at the heart of fingers, adorn her with regional mood, light rain masses all excited, all directions was adorned. Homage, she's the joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, Merkle lapping with Tutare, subjugating Mars day. Homage, she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Modal ornaments was shining, Amitabha in her hair, not sending out much light eternal. Homage, she made wreath ablaze like the unending fire by. Righteous love and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage, she strike the ground with her palm and with her beads, scaling with the letter home, not 7 levels she does come. Homage, happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose fearless peace nirvana, she endowed with home and soul, destroyer of the great evil. Homage, surrounded, tearing close bodies asunder, freeze with only knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters, homage jury with the ledge of the shape of syllable, home by the stamping shakes the 3 worlds, May Ramonde yarned in, homage holding in her hand, hair mark Muna Deva leg form, with her spoken Tara and Pei, totally dispelling force, homage she whom gods and their kings, and the king are asked to honor, armored and striped with she dispels regiments and conflicts. Homage she is 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Tara and two she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating power by the 7th green age. Distress shows the spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses supreme to these praises with the rune mantras and prostrations. Thus are 21. One last time. Holding on all that energy of those 21 power babes. Oh, my prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Taurus with heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, strong from opening statements of the Lord of Three Worlds, your born Lord. Homage you, whose face combines 100 autumn moons of fullness, blazing with light rays resplendent as a 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, waterborn and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation hers. Homage crown and Tathagatas, actions triumph and like relied on by conquerors children, ending rate shall be perfection. Homage filling with Tutar, long desire, direction, and space, traveling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to adore forth all beings. Homage worship by the all Lord, Chakra Agni Brahma Mar, honored by the host of spirits, prop treasures Gandhavas Yaksh, homage with her trait and paid sound, destroying false magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage jury very dreadful, destroyer of Mars champion, she with frowning lotus visage, she was slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart her fingers, adorn her with regional mood. Light ray masses all excited, all directions wheels adorned. Homage she so joyous radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, Merkle laughing with Tutar, subjugating Mars Devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assemble, shaking frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid wreath ablaze like eon ending fire abiding. Righteous left and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroy. Homage you strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scaling with the letter home. The 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy virtuous peace. She whose fearless peace nirvana. She endowed with omen so destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes bodies asunder. Trees with hung and knowledge mantra. Arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to her with seed letter of the shape of syllable home. 5-foot stamping shakes the 3 worlds. May Ramanda yarn bind. Homage holding in her hand the hair mark Muna Deva lake form, which by spoken Tara and Kate, totally dispelling poise. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor. She dispels no dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full, with twice Hara and 2 Tara. She dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the 73 natures, destroys hosts of spirits, yakshas, and raise corpses, supreme Ture. These praises with the root mantras and prostrations thus are 21. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. So let's, as we visualize Tara over our crown, or yourself as Tara, Tara in the space in front of you, and we can visualize Tara over Venerable George, anyone else we'd like to pray for, over the planet, clearing all obstacles as we recite her mantra, and those light rays coming from her heart, filling her whole body, coming out of all the pores of her body, descending through our crown, whomever we're praying for, through their crown. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. 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 His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it on dawn, upon waking, and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, pacify all the sufferings of torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. Be filled and all obstacles pacified. We will offer the torma, the ritual cakes. Om Rajami Devandali Hananunte. Om Sabhava Shuddha Saradama Sabhava Shuddha. Everything becomes emptiness only. While it is empty, from Yam appears wind, from Ram fire, from Allah transcendental wisdom, skull cup vast and big. In it from the melting of the 5 meats and 5 nectars comes a huge ocean of transcendental wisdom nectar. Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. The gurus and hosts of deities of the Venerable Arya Tara partake of the torma by drawing it up through the light straw of their Vajra tongues. Om Arya Tara Sapar Vari Dambalim Takakahi Kahi Om Tara Saparivari Damalinda Tatakaikayi. Om Tara Saparivari Damalinda Tatakaikayi. Om Tara Saparivari Argam Padyam Dupe Dupe Aloke Gende Nivide Shapta Prati. Om Tara Saparivari Om Ahom. Devas and Titans bow down with their crowns at your lotus feet. I prostrate to the liberating mother who liberates from all misfortune. Venerable Arya and your retinue, please bless me with the affection of your non-referential compassion so I may be able to fulfill all my wishes without obstacles. Let the teachings and practice of the victorious ones in general and the doctrine of Losang in particular spread to the 10 directions. Let the Sangha who uphold the doctrine be harmonious. May their enlightened activities increase. Please pacify conflicts, famine, and sickness in this country. Increase the Dharma and good fortune. Expand the power of Dharma rulers and grant happiness to the central and border areas. Please protect us from temporary and ultimate fears, such as the 8 and 16 great fears, spirits, plagues, nightmares, and bad omens, as well as the sufferings of samsara, the unfortunate states, and so forth. May life, prosperity, and merits increase. May all negative thoughts be pacified. Please grant your blessings. Realizations of the 3 principles of the path and the 2 stages may quickly be completed. From now until the essence of enlightenment, I have no other refuge than you. Please bless me and care for me as a mother does for her only child. To purify any mistakes from doing this ritual, with all my actions performed here, with whatever I could not find or was not able to do, please be patient. Please also be patient with the rituals I have performed incorrectly or with omission. For the benefit of migratory beings, please abide in this image, granting wealth, highest goodness, and long life, free from sickness. Om Subhadisha Vajraye Soha. So may we dedicate for Venerable George in particular, may any obstacles to his perfect health be removed instantly. For all beings around the planet to be healed of COVID or any other mental or physical imbalances immediately. For the long lives of our precious teachers, for the great flourishing and success of all of our centers, particularly Shantideva Center, and for the planet's well-being, for an end of the war in Ukraine and all other conflicts, for peace in all world systems immediately. Sana like a wish-granting tree in a fortune-jeweled vase, you are the wish-fulfilling treasure, granting all desires and fulfilling all hopes. O conquerors, Mother Tara, and all conquerors with your children, take care of me and grant the auspicious signs of increasing virtue. We do the long life prayers for His Holiness and Lama Zopa Rinpoche.
we're just looking for it right now. In the Silver Prayer Book, it is on page 323. Short, long life, purpose, holiness. This one may be, oh yeah, we can do this one. Wonderful. Gari rangwe kuwe jinkam de pendang de wa malu chongwe ne chenre si guang tenzing gatsoi shape si te bardu teng for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. I'd like to thank everyone for joining. One thing I wanted to mention. So it took, just for all of you, wherever you are with whatever center you're connected to, it actually took about 20 minutes to do the 7 praises. And I know Lama Zopa Rinpoche many years ago, he told us to do them to purify obstacles to Chuden Rinpoche coming to for his first time to the States to give these precious teachings. Actually, Diana, you were there at the time and part of that. And so what's happened in the degenerate times is one of the main things that starts to happen is everybody gets lazy and it becomes really challenging to practice. And I'm noticing this at centers all over and different people. And I've talked to like a lot of older students as well. So COVID didn't help because we all stayed home and everybody's very comfortable at home, which is not a problem. And it's great that we can have technology to have Zoom, to have all of you with us. But it's something to really think about in our practices to not give in too much to utter comfort where you're saying, I don't really want to do it. You know, let's do it the quick way, or let's just skip that. And what happened is we had done the Tara praises many years ago, and we did them in a shortened way. Like I think we just did them 3 times. It's like, and then Rinpoche, we didn't say anything to Lama Zopa Rinpoche. And then Rinpoche came in and he said, in order to have Chuden Rinpoche come and give these initiations and do the retreat, and he said, you need to do like a week of this practice every day. The community did it at Vajrapani. And then Rinpoche said, do it the right way, is what he had me. And he said to do all the praises. And so we did, and we ended up doing it for 10 days. And then Chuden Rinpoche came. And so it really impressed upon me. So if there's some way you can reach into your practice at times to just think about when you're feeling, I don't want to do this. And the thing is, when you finish, we generally feel better. And 20 minutes really to do the 7 rounds, it's not that long when you think about it. You know, I know it's just another 20 minutes in the practice, but it's just something I wanted to mention. So something to think about. So I want to thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I also want to say one last thing that is not a Dharma thing. Sorry, some of you know me. I see John Landau, dear friend. He's going to appreciate this. I just have to say, go Phillies. Sorry. As you know, I'm a Philly girl, and what happened in the middle is my brother is texting me and he's going to the game tomorrow. So what he said, I just got this message from him. Somehow, I guess, I don't know, I haven't. Okay, right now the Phillies are winning, are leading. Okay, so it's very exciting. So I know John will appreciate that, and all baseball fans. Anyway, thank you so much. It's lovely to see some old friends here from all over. And I'm wondering, what's it going to take you to get back in your gompas? Like that. Some of them are trying to get back open these centers. I know it's a little scary to congregate again. And it's not even scary. I know people go, especially in New York, it's hard. People say, I'm not taking the subway for an hour when I can stay home and do it. And that'll be challenging to get the centers reopened. And I know we're really trying to do that at Land of Medicine Buddha right now as well. And I hope all of you can come visit us out there to do more longer retreats, and then use your city centers like Shantideva to do your wonderful classes. They have such a robust program and things like that. And this is a great way we can support each other in all of our centers. So thank you to Shantideva Center, to Jennifer and Sheila and Gigi and everybody that helped set up and everybody that's a part. And Sean, thank you so much for he's always here helping with everything. So thank you so much. And please be well. And I look forward to seeing all of you soon. Please be well.
Thank you,
Please take
Venerable
care.
Amy. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Venerable Amy.
Thank you, Venerable Amy.
Take care, everybody. See you Saturday.
Please take care. Thank you so much.